Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Kerbal Space Program Episode 4, which originally aired live on Twitch. And where's the fire foam poppers when you need them? Not unlocked. There are radiators that could have come in handy. But I am curious, what is my current science? My current science is 12. I don't think I'm going to be getting enough science to unlock anything significant. Ship death sign was fine. The execution, however, that's fair. I'm landing, aren't I? You know, on my like 5th try. All right, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and splashdown. Recover. A better heat shield would be good. Yeah, it would. Larger heat shield would be real nice. Yeah, 56 science. 90% value for coming near Kerbal Space Center. So the better heat shields are here. This is the 1.875 meter and the 2.5 meter. And I would need about 30-something, 32 science more than I currently have for that. However, let's see. I could upgrade my astronaut complex, and let me just do a big save here. Brown pants. All right. Warp to sunrise, so we can actually see something for once. So we're going to want to launch. These are observation points for a mission. I'm not doing those. These are other observation points. Forget that. Actually, it might be perfect timing for a flyby, right? For a MUN launch, I think. I guess I should have done well, I didn't have the money for that. So let's do this. We are going to take the Lucid. We'll put Valentina in it and launch. I'm really surprised that, like, the ship even took off, because I didn't really spend a lot of time engineering it. I basically just strapped a bunch of explosives to it. Oh, you know, the MUN is not in the right spot. So I'm going to time warp here. So that the MUN is in the right position in the sky for an intercept. Meaning that Valentina here is going to be sitting on the tarmac for a bit. The old prediction is still up. Did I just race past that? Where is... Yes, I did. Dear Lord. I'll just load. The brown pants load. Alright, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it so that the MUN is on, if we just rocket launch, the MUN is on an intercept path, but I'm really bad with the time warping, as you can tell. Okay, these are identical. Valentina, get in. I can't calculate trajectory because I don't have the tracking center, and I don't have the money to improve the tracking center. All right, where is... So when this dips to the horizon like that, I think will be... I think this is a good launch time. This is roughly my launch window. Good luck, Valentina. Just remember, if you fail, I'll replace you. So now, the MUN is rotating this way, right? And I'm launching this way, so we should intercept roughly... I don't have to land on it. Obviously, I don't have fuel to land on it and leave. So the aim is just to fly by it. That's it. Rude explosions. Seat of the pants, yes. I don't have patch conics. I don't have any of that fancy stuff. I mean, one of the ways to do this when you have better rocketry is just to achieve Kerbin orbit, low orbit, and then to calculate an intercept path with patch conics to get you to the moon or wherever else. That would be the easier way to do it, but I'm not going to establish an orbit. I'm just sending it, which is harder to then do an intercept because I'm basically eyeballing it. I'm essentially eyeballing a launch to the moon, because that is the technology I have. All right, so my Apple apps is 80K, 90K. I'm gonna wait until I'm a little bit higher in the atmosphere to start using my Terriers. Could you reach a lunar orbit? I don't think I would have the Delta V to aero brake to then orbit the moon and to get myself home. I don't think I have the means to do that. Oh, I might have waited too long to start doing my apple grow burn. I'm not 100% certain. We'll see. Choo-choo, underpowered engine, here we come. Thrust to weight ratio of 1.4. Burn time, 25 more seconds. Wasn't it 1.3? It changes as I burn fuel, I become lighter. So, bye-bye, asparagus away. So now my thrust weight ratio is 1.2, but climbing as I burn fuel. J-Dog, thanks for the resub. I hope you enjoy the seat of my pants Kerbal that's going on here. All right, Apo at 270K. I think I will have enough Delta V to not smack into the moon head on. I'm a little worried about it slingshotting me somewhere I don't want to go, though. I won't lie. That is a worry of mine. That I'll just be like, all right, here we go. We're orbiting the MUN, and woo! There we go to Jewel. And, then Valentina starves to death and dies. But hey, for 50K, we can replace her. So, no problem. No problem there. Just a one-way ticket to paradise. That's a bit dark. I mean, the Kerbals, right? They live to get flung into celestial bodies at high speed, not come home. All right, here we go. My last staging is split. Got to time that right, because if you don't time it right, you waste fuel hauling along luggage that you don't want. How's your view? Yeah, it's starry. I did upgrade the I did upgrade the astronaut center, so I can do an EVA, which means I could hypothetically cut my engines and do a EVA report. But if I'm going to do an EVA report, it's going to be orbiting Mun. Alright, so Apoaps is about a fifth of the way there, but climbing quick. Oh boy. Halfway there-ish? Yep. Where's my mech jab Delta V info? Delta V, nope. Delta V stats. I might have timed it wrong. Doesn't look like I have any sort of intercept with Mun. Oh god, I'm getting there way before. No, I feel like... Okay, I timed it just a little bit wrong. As you can see. No, I really didn't, actually. Hang on. Slow down time. Time warp, none. Yeah, I'm reverse thrusting a little bit to just increase my hang time. Just a little nudge. So that the Mun can, you know, fling into me, essentially. Mun, come here. Get over here. Ha ha ha! Yeah, we did it. Hold on, let me pause. There we go. There we go. We're munning. We're munning. Who's got the money? Okay, conduct material study. In space high over the Mun. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's me. Observe Mr. Goo. Thanks, Sky. High space over the Mun. Barometer. I don't even know why you'd take barometric pressure in space, but sure. And temperature. Okay. Yep. And then crew report. Yep. And then EVA. Yep. All right. Let's remove your helmet. No, just kidding. Okay. So here's the thing. What's my periapse? This is gonna be fun. We are going to scrape the Mun. I don't know where it's gonna slingshot me, but I'll figure it out once it happens. We're almost going to collide with the Mun here. It's 800 meters. That's just like, what's an 800 meter or 8,000 meter mountain? Like, what is Shenandoah? Shenandoah is peak. No, that's really small. What am I trying to think of? Maybe McKinley? Or, 8,000. So, like, Everest would be like K2, something like that. So, if there was a Nanga Parbat, maybe? Yeah. All right, Annapurna. We are going to be at like Annapurna level elevations here. So let's time warp in. Because we're going to be... I want to get more science when we're real close to the mun. Because that would be even more science. Valentina. Alright, so this is like my lowest elevation point. I know it's dark, but holy crap, we are basically scraping the mun here. Alright, keep that science. So let's go collect some goo and stuff. Log pressure data. Log temperature. Close. I actually want to do my EVA report. Oh god, I have like butterflies in my stomach. While I'm like basically right above Mun's Midlands. I'm sorry it's so dark. I didn't time this for like sun or whatever. But we are very close to smacking into the mun here. And we're gonna just full send it. Here we go. I'm gonna accelerate time. Hello and goodbye. Goodbye. All right, once it calculates my new trajectory, I will adjust to try to get home. So my periaps, oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So now we're heading out to my apoaps. It did slingshot me up to 17,000. MechJeb, go away. And then contract complete. We have explored the mun. We've flown by it. And there it is. And then world first milestones. We did a flyby, escaped the gravitational influence of it, and entered and escaped the gravitational influence of the mun. All right. At this point, let's go out to the apoaps and let's do a little bit of an adjustment burn to get home. So I'm going to bring my periaps down to like 70k. Because I'm going to try to land at Kerbal Space Center. All right, 70k. Save. Dennis, Keith, and J-Dog, thanks for the bits, and Sky as well. Well, I think I said thank you, but thank you again. Oh, boy. All right, Valentina. How many days were you up here? Oh, boy. So there's also, like, the whole issue of starvation. But she has some time. Now I just got to stick the landing? Yeah. Whew, I'm lining up for Kerbal Space Center. How amazing is that? All right, that's just stupid luck. So let me do this. Now the other issue is like I don't want to burn so hard like last time. So I want it to be like a steeper re-entry. And not skimming like I did before. Oh boy. All right, let me eyeball this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, blah, blah. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Keep slowing down. I don't need to, like, land there so much as just, I want to get as close as I can. Oh, it's a landing. How high up am I? What is my altitude? Where is my... I don't even... Oh, here it is. 1-4... Okay, I am indeed whizzing by Kerbal Space Center because I'm not the best at eyeballing aerobraking, but given that I'm like at least landing roughly at the same continent, I'm happy. And MechJab does have aerobrake calculating software built in that I could use. Do you think I've doomed myself to burn straight up? I hope not. We will see. Of course, I haven't saved, so I could revert the flight at any time, which is a bit of a benefit. How much power do I have? I have lots. I have no power. I think that's the dooming, though, is I am totally bingo power, so I have no ability to control my descent. So we are just a tumbling satellite now. I guess, oh, right, because the Terrier, okay, so I made a flaw here because the Terrier engines that I'm using, okay, there it goes. The Terrier engines that I'm using don't generate power, which is the flaw that I have with my ship design. Plouf. Damn. That's all I could say about that. Crazy good flight, though. So, what happened there? Squeaky, thanks for gifting out so many subs. So doing like an autopsy, not that she's dead because I reverted. So if you take a look here at the Terrier engine, and let me shout you out, Squeaky. Squeaky's soon going to be on my my stream team. But if you want another wonderful streamer to watch, you can watch Squeaky. Still counts. So here's the problem I made. This Terrier engine here does not produce power. So if you look at the swivel and the Reliant, electric charge 6 per second output, it basically produces power, and then the Reliant produces 7 electric charge per second. The Terrier engine does not produce power. So what ended up happening was I got basically down, and then I lost all ability to control my craft because I basically ran out of power, which sucked. So there's some things I could do about that. I could stick a whole bunch of electric charge batteries in here, but alternatively, let's get rid of the monopropellant I don't need, and then alternatively what I could do is let's do something weird. Those don't produce power either. I don't have solar panels unlocked. That's the kicker. I think I'm going to need to just put a bunch of batteries in. They're relatively lightweight, so I think it'd be all right. Yep, that's not goofy. Let's lower the outblitter and save. The reason I'm not going to swap engines is the Terriers are the best thrust in vacuum, and as a result, despite the fact that they don't produce energy, I don't need food. I'm not going to be up there for more than 14 days, so it should be fine. Despite the fact that they don't produce energy, nothing is more efficient for now. I don't have higher tech anything that would be better. All right, let's see. Moon's out of phase. Let me time warp. Let me just time warp to sunrise. All right. So about there. And eyeball launch. If you're wondering about the weight of these little batteries, they're like nothing. They're like an ounce of fuel comparatively. They really are lightweight. Oh man, I'm bummed. I'm bummed that I ran out of power. Even then, there was no sure thing that, you know, this would have landed. But now if we take a look here at my electric charge, 850. Even a single microscopic solar panel would have saved me there. It's just that this rocket doesn't produce any power ever. It just constantly draws power. And if I'm using SAS, it draws more power. Because solid boosters don't produce power either. And I did just install an inline reaction wheel, not that it's going to do much for a rocket this large. Well, let's hope that the extra added electric charge is good. Man, just level 1 solar panels would have been life or death there. Once I'm in space, I can tell you, well, actually, I don't even know if I can right-click to tell you the weight of things. But those battery packs are very lightweight. All right, let's go to space. I'll start kicking the rockets at, let's say, 57. It's too bad there's no, like, manual power generator. Like, Valentina couldn't run on a treadmill or something, like oxygen not included style. Because the problem is this is a very long mission. So even though my power draw is like 0.01 or whatever, it will go bye-bye eventually. But the specific impulse of these Terriers are worth it, in my opinion. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tried to do physics work for the interest of time, but they sort of threw me everywhere. Alright, I am physics warping now. Okay. I'm basically time warping while calculating physics, which can get really weird. But I'm up to 4x time now. Trying to cut down this lengthy mission, because these Terriers are really underpowered. And then I'll slow down the time warp when the next stage is going to click in. Just any second now. Right. Here. And then physics time warp up. Alright, Mun. I'm coming to you. I hope. Mucho Alex, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna be able to land? I'm not sure. Oh god, wait, what just happened? I'm on like a trajectory that has me just jettisoning? Time warp failed me or something? I don't know what just happened. Actually, honestly, there is no way. There really is no way that I had enough delta V to put me on this trajectory. This is like a physics glitch. Because I overshot it by like 1,000,000 miles, which makes no sense at all. Yeah, that's just a glitch. It just went from like... Okay, there we go. I can pull it back though. What the heck was that? My precious fuel being burned up, trying not to drift to the sun. And that's why you don't physics time warp, because weird things happen. I'm also not aimed at Mun anymore. Oh, that sucks. It, like, time warped me, and then, like, I'm not even on a trajectory that, like, gets me to the Mun, I don't think. I can always revert, but let me fast forward time and see for myself. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Boo! Physics warping! Oh, there we go. This is technically a flyby. It's just nowhere as sexy as the last flyby. Because I had to use a lot more fuel and I missed. Oh well. So we are just going to do a high space flyby then. I could revert, but this is also somewhat of a proof of concept if just sticking a whole bunch of battery banks would get us there. And it seems to have... How am I going to click on my barometer, though? It's like in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yep. Totally not jank. Totally legit. All right, the crew report and the EVA report. What you see, Valentina? You see Mun. Good report. So yeah, our periaps here is like 1,000,000 meters up. We don't really get that close. But what's our periaps here? Oh, are we like on a crash course already? I think we are. That works. We're gonna land at the poles. Oh, Jesus, that was another bad time warping. Blast! Well, the proof of concept of whether or not the extra electric charge would work, it worked beautifully. I have plenty of charge left. Actually, taking a look at it, I've only lost about 50 charge, which means when I originally had only 50 charge max, I was so very close to having power left to control my my landing. But unfortunately, so all I really need is like 2 extra batteries or something like that. And because of our lovely, lesser than desirable heat shield, I really need to just biome hop. I think we actually are going to make it. I am definitely going to unlock heat shield as soon as I'm able, though. Because I am so through with the burn. Well, Valentina, how does the North Pole, the Arctic Circle, look? Any landing that you can walk away from? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's cut this parachute and that parachute so we can actually descend at a reasonable rate. So imperfect, but technically it got finished. I don't think I'll be able to do polar science. I mean, all of my science stuff has more important stuff in it anyway, so it wouldn't help. All right, recover. This should be good science, though. Even though my science juniors went kaput, this should be pretty spicy, I'd imagine, because it is moon science. Moon science. We've got some moon science, guys. I'm a moon scientist. Yep, 78 science earned. Up to 166. And XP gained for Valentina. R&D. So, Mr. R&D. Bigger heat shield. Yep. Immediately going for the bigger heat shield. Did I find cheese? I don't think I did. Go on an orbital spacewalk near Kerbin. This is a milestone one. I think I will do that. I do have some people orbiting that need rescue, but I'm gonna do the milestone one of orbital spacewalk. That's not hard to do. That's pretty reasonable. We also have 250,000 now. That gives me tracking station for patched conics, which is enormous. So I'm going to make a bare minimum orbital spacewalker ship right now. And let's name it after someone. The Tipsy Max. That is a terrible name for an orbital spacewalker, and I love it. All right, Tipsy Max. Well, actually, before I even build this, let me see if I can't. I'm going to see where the tourists want to go. Mission control. These tourists want to be suborbital. Okay, I don't care about that. These want to orbit. So this could be free money. It's really low-hanging fruit, though. But... Oh, this one's better. So these three want to suborbital spaceflight and orbit around Kerbin. Okay, let's do that. So the Tipsy Max is going to be a bit of a tourist mission too. We're going to go on a suborbital spacewalk. Or orbital spacewalk with 3 tourists. And this is going to be a way for us to test out the new heat shield too. So that's good. And then also what I could do is I could bring along a scientist with me. So have like Valentina or Jeb pilot it, and then have a scientist along for the ride. Have Bob along for the ride. So here's my crew. It will be Jeb, Bob, Tourist, Ribbon, Guswin, and Lutri. Yep. Yep. All right. Do I have other pod? Nope, this is the only pod. I'm actually going to switch the pods here. This will look like Blue Origin's ship, I think. If you know what I mean. If you don't, well, bless you. Where is Prue? So this reentry thing has a little bit of ablator built in, which is nice compared to the other one. In terms of its total weight, here, what is the weight difference? This is 0.6 tons and this is 0.7 tons, so it's actually lighter too, even though it's bigger. So that's cool. This here is just an orbital spacewalk, but with that said, I don't think there's actually any really good science to do. I've already done orbit science, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, that doesn't really help me at all. All right, let's get an absolutely absurd heat shield, though. Something stupid. It's a dong ship, yes. That's what I was alluding to. Yup. Now, I don't even have an engine that would be good for this. What is the... This is the good vac engine. All right. right. Yeah, it looks a lot more like Subnautica. You're not wrong. And actually, maybe that. This looks a little bit more reasonable. Yep. I'll just do 4. It shouldn't be, it won't be that hard to make an orbiter. But we're still going to asparagus it. All right, and then underneath this, let's 4x strut. Is this not centered? Somehow it's not. Wait, is it really? Whatever. It looks fine to me. Ugly tourist ship is going to be ugly. If you were wondering, I don't care so much about aesthetics. Once I'm making like permanent bases, I'll care about aesthetics, but I'm not there yet. All right, what is my total delta V here on this goofy little space glider? Let's fix the phases. So this needs to be the first, and then that, then oh, what is this re-entry phase? What is this phase? I don't even know what that is. Okay, maybe I'll move that up. I don't know what that does. Yep. All right, delta V. We can adjust our thruster weight ratio considerably, but yeah, we have enough delta V, I think. So let me adjust to 75%. Do you want me to add more? Yeah, let me add more thrust. Thrustaholics. Oh yeah, we're all thrustaholics. And then all these go together. Makes it more expensive, but that's okay. I'm gonna add caps, because I'm sure you'd prefer it. And then I have to strut those up too. So, what did I say, 75%? Yep. Thruster weight is plenty. This thing has a lot of juice. Make sure I did all of them equally, and then I'll strut. Alright, Tipsy. Now the very, very awkward, just strut everything together and hope it holds. Like, if I could just wrap this whole thing in speed tape, I think I would. Good enough. God, that's ugly. Yeah, fins. I actually don't think this one's gonna need fins. Famous last words, but I really don't. Let's see if I'm wrong. We're probably not even launching with the right crew. Because we need to put the Taurus in. And I think I redesigned it. But the reason I don't think we need fins is the solid fuel boosters obviously don't have thrust vectoring, but everything else does. Yeah, okay. Let's revert and put the right crew in. So all this is like a Taurus trip to low Earth or low Kerbin orbit for a spacewalk. So it's not that hard to do. So Bob, you're coming along, and then all you tourists. Save and launch. Hey, Ekam the Brave. How's Stationeers been treating you? You like the newest update, I assume? Now that it's not a game of pure rot. How you doing? Yeah, you're still stuck on Stationeers? Don't worry, no one blames you. It's even up for me to potentially play in the polls if it ever wins, and I would then myself be starting a Europa. Oh no, maybe I do need fins. I am listing. Just a little bit. But I'm definitely listing a little bit. Alright, let me revert and just add some fins. Is Wild West RimWorld still on hold? No. I mean, I'm working on it. So it's not on hold. I didn't get a lot of work done this week on it because I've got parents coming to town, which is going to keep me busy. I've had to do a lot of, like, the housework type stuff. You know how it goes. I didn't do that. I think those winglets are too low. They're going to get, like, well, let's just give them launch stability. And then it's fine. Up, 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 up. Save and launch. I'm excited for Western Settlers as well. There's a lot more coding and balance and debugging that needs doing. But everything in due time. Yeah, you can see these winglets are working hard to keep us from spinning. All right. Tourist rocket. Here we go. Here's the 3 tourists. They don't look that happy. I'm gonna start tilting to 90 to help with the circularization of the orbit. I just have to be very careful not to tilt too hard, or like things go off the rails pretty quick. Come on, tilt, tilt, tilt. Whoa! God, I hate when it does that. My center of thrust is weird. Am I on a, no, my Apple Apps is still suborbital. Thank you, Floppy. And welcome to the set of Gravity. I don't have any fins on these two, right? So that's what's going on here. The thrust vectoring can only help so much. And this thing is a lot of fuel, and it's a big old tilt-a-whirl. Suppose I could have added inline reaction wheels to help out. It's the Tipsy Max. I'm just trying to live up to the name, right? I'm somehow going to be able to, like, go suborbital with this thing. Because I just keep like gunning my rockets on every tip. Once I'm in orbit, I think it will be a little bit easier to control. Once I'm in space. All right, could you you know what? There's actually a trick where once you get into space, you can hit time warp and it will stop making you tumble. So I'm going to use that trick right now. Little cheating, but you know, whatever. I was tired of being tipsy. Wow. Actually, these don't... Oh, are these the ones that don't thrust vector? Yep, I should have used the swivels, not the Reliance. I'm a big old dirt. That's why I can't control it for anything, because I have the wrong engines. And I'm just going to revert that and replace them. I forgot that one's lighter because they don't have any vectoring. Even if the center one was vectoring, this would have been easier, because then I would have some control. Put it all back like nothing happened. All right, make sure the staging is right, and it absolutely is not. Save. I'm gonna make it look cooler. There we go. Okay, Delta V stats are fine. It's a bit too much thrust, but that at least will, like, speed it up. And then, just for good measure, we'll add winglets to here, which is probably rather pointless, because when these winglets are going to be... Oh, that's the wrong... That was weird. Because when these winglets are ever going to matter, we're going to be in space where there's no air, but whatever. Whatever. It was really just the wrong engines. I used Reliance, not swivels, and the swivels are the ones with vectoring. I've been doing a lot of that recently, with the Terriers making me run out of power, and then the Reliance making me not be able to control the ship. But trial and error is the best solution. Man, we launched on a wobble, but I'll stay the course. All right, there we go. So I think this will get fulfilled. If we look at the contract here, they want to orbit around Kerbin, and I need to go on an orbital spacewalk. So those two things are pretty relatively simple, even though I've managed to complicate them anyway. Am I going to be able to get the Kerbal back safely? Yeah, I should be able to. I hope. And now I'm not flip-flopping like crazy, as you can see. And let's start circularizing. Whoa, nope. Flip-flopping now. It doesn't really matter because I already have orbit sort of achieved. So what I'm lacking now is just like a powerful inline reaction wheel to keep me from tumbling like this. But it's really not a needed part for this specific flight, because I'll start circularizing once I'm in space and I can stop tumbling once I'm up there using time warp. All right, so hit it right now and burn. So now this is just circularizing my orbit. I just keep zooming these so far out. Yeah, that's pretty, right? It's a bird. I just realized this thing doesn't have a lot of thrust. This swivel is not putting a ton of work in. And that's a lot of fuel. I hope I'm able to circularize in time. So now it's just a one little engine. Come on. Well, we'll see. Either happens or it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it's happening. Okay. This thing looks like a UFO, doesn't it? All right, so once we get to the Apple apps, burn again. Keep circularizing. And boom, we're orbiting. Almost perfectly circular too, 78 to 76. So now, as you can see, all the check marks up here. The itinerary has been fulfilled. So my passengers are happy. And all I got to do at this point is go on a little bit of a spacewalk with whoever's in here. Jeb. Dun dun dun. Spacewalk. Done. I've explored Kerbin. EVA report. Great science. And board. Crew report. For nothing. Okay, at this point, let's try to do a landing at Kerbal Space Center as much as we can. So I'm going to speed time up. And then I will do a deorbiting burn maybe here. Come on. Spin, spin, spin. So all of those contracts are done. And now we will land them. Your last playing comedy? What's that? Okay, we're not going to perfectly land where I want, but it'll be close. Close enough. So I should still have plenty of electric charge, and I do, because the swivels have been making power this whole time. Kerbal Space Center is right there. I can see it. Oh, no. I need to go north a little bit. Let me adjust my trajectory so that I fly over it like that. There we go. Then aim at retrograde and do a retrograde burn. With the rest of my fuel. And now I have this giant, oh yeah, I know what this looks like. Now I have this giant heat shield that should keep me protected. It has, I should have reduced the amount that it had ablator, but whatever. I can now absorb the sun. All right, come on. The plug. Yep. Oh boy. Look at how close I am getting. I am dang near landing on Kerbal Space Center. That was eyeballing that. That's pretty good. They can walk home. And yeah, I have enough parachutes that, look at them, they're all clapping. That's great. In fact, if I view... Hi. Ta-da! The Tipsy Max worked. Oh, slow down. Perfectly. Clunk. Kerbin plugged. Oddly, that succeeded. Needed a few more fins, and I need to swap out an engine, but, you know, it worked. I'm proud about that one. Alright, so let's see how that did on my banking. We only gained 9 science, because that wasn't really a science mission. We refunded 97.8% of the value, because we landed so close to home. And... my tourists are now more skilled than Bill Kerman. That's insulting. Okay, and contracts complete. So many contracts have been complete. And then the added bonus, of course, is that we have explored Kerbin, which was a orbital spacewalk mission. So now it wants me to explore Mun, meaning orbit it. I think the Lucid class ship should be able to orbit Mun. But here's a question I have for you. What next mission to run? Orbit the Mun, or alternatively, rescue a Kerbal. So there are a few rescue missions here where there's Kerbals, you know, in orbit around Kerbin, and they need rescuing. And I'm happy to do either or. Thank you for watching Kerbal Space Program, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you liked this stream, or specifically this episode, please consider voting for Kerbal Space Program in the future when it comes up in the polls. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell.